Sri Sai Ram. Welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Loka Seva Gurukulam. Today we are going to continue with the part 4 of Kingdom, Plantae and Animalia. First we will start with the home assignment. Why the gymnosperms are named so? The ovules are not enclosed inside the ovary, hence we can able to see the seeds are not protected, right? Naked seeds. That is the name which is given to the gymnosperm. Gymnos means naked and sperma means seed, hence they are known as gymnosperm. So they are not having the seeds which is enclosed inside the ovary. The next question asked was, write a short note about the leaves of the gymnosperm. As we have already seen, the leaves are simple or compound. They are evergreen, right? These leaves, and the leaves are dimorphic and also in monomorphic or monomorphic in nature. Dimorphic means two different kind of leaves these plants will have. The first one is known as foliage leaf. The second kind of leaves are known as scale leaves, which is brown and simple in nature. So in the foliage leaf, we can able to see that the simple leaf and the compound leaf like structure. Needle in the case of pine and also the pinnately compound leaf in case of cycas plant. Now we will see the learning objective of today. The angiosperm we are going to study today. What are the general characteristic feature, and with examples we are going to see, and the difference between gymnosperm and angiosperm we are going to talk about. Finally, we are going to see what are all the different families which is present in this category. The families in detail we will see in the next upcoming presentation. Now we will start with the general characteristic feature of the angiosperm. Most of the plants what we are seeing in the environment are belonging to this category. They will have a proper flower and it will have a fruits and very colorful plants and other things we can see in our environment, in our near vicinity. All those things are belonging to this category. And here we have a common peas, mango, coconut, wheat, rice, all are coming under in this category of plant. They are angiosperm. And their seeds are always enclosed inside the fruit. Even if you will see the rice plant, it will have a outermost husk and which is having a very browny scale-like structure, right, to protect it. So we can see that other plants also in tomato or in mango, we can see the seeds are present inside the fruits. So here in this category, all are having seeds and they are enclosed inside the fruit, and which the seeds mature and it is fertilized in the ovary. Now we will see the parts of the plant. Here we can see the entire plant which is given, where we can able to see the above ground region and also the below ground region. The below ground region we can see the root. Here we are having a adventitious root structures where it is helped in absorption of the water along with the mineral nutrients which is present in the soil water, and it is involving in the anchorage of the plant to the ground. Then above ground region we are having stem, and in the stem we have various structure. In the stem we can able to see the leaves, and the leaves are originating from the place in the stem that is known as node, and in between two node is known as internode, and in that node we can able to see the fruits and the flowers which is started coming. On the top of the plant usually we will see the bud and also the growing terminal, and that is why we can able to see that the growth is present in the topmost part of the plant, but we can able to see the side branches will also come out, and this is a very simple organization of a small seedling we can call it as. And in the stem part which supports the entire plant so that the plant will stand erect. Sometimes we can see the veins which won't support, which is very tender, right? Mostly we can able to see the stem part is supporting so that the plant is erect, and in that we can able to see the leaves are present. They are the photosynthetic structure. They can able to fix the sunlight and it will fix the carbon dioxide into the glucose utilizable energy for us. And it will involving in transpiration also. Transpiration is the process by which the water is escaping from that of the leaf surface from the plant. and then we have flowers, and the flowers will be the reproductive structure. As the flowers are fertilized, it will have the ovule which is getting fertilized. We can able to see the fruits and also the small buds which is present in the plant. In the angiosperm, when we will consider, mostly they are divided into two major categories. The first one is known as dicotyledon, the second category is known as monocotyledon plant. How they are classifying this? The dicot plants are having two cotyledon, or the two seeds like structure we can able to see in the seeds, whereas in the monocot it is having only one cotyledon. We will see with an example. In monocot we can see in the rice or wheat, we cannot able to see we cannot divide the rice into two distinct parts, right? It is of single category, whereas in the pea plant or in the peanuts, we can see that the cotyledons, we can easily divide that into two equal halves, right? So these are known as dicot plants. So based on the seed arrangement, it is divided into two different categories. Now we will see how they are different from that of the gymnosperm. What is the major difference between angiosperm and gymnosperm? In the gymnosperm, we will see the seeds are naked, as we have presented in the previous slides, and in the angiosperm always it is enclosed inside the fruit, right? And the cones which are having the spores, and in turn which will give rise to gametophyte, and they will have the gamete which is present. And in case of angiosperm, they are the independent plant or saprophyte in nature, and they will have a flowers. The flowers will have the reproductive spores which is developed, and these gametophyte, when it is bearing gamete, and they will undergo the reproduction. Finally, when we will talk about the vascular bundles, the xylem tissue mostly in gymnosperm it may be absent, but when it is present, mainly it is a tracheids. As a tracheids we can able to see. But in case of angiosperm, we can see both phloem and the xylem are present, and they are the vascular bundle. They will transport the nutrients and also the water for the plant. That will present from throughout the plant. We can able to see these structures are present. Now this is the comparative anatomy for monocot and dicot, how they are different from each other. First we can see these are the cross section of the various parts of the plant. Cross section means from the middle, when we will cut it, how we are able to get this plant from left to right direction when we are cutting it. In the root of monocot and dicot is presented on the top, where we can able to see the xylem vessel, how it is arranged, right? We can able to see a small straight lines which is present in monocot, whereas in the dicot we can able to see that they are organized in flower shaped arrangement, a neat arrangement we can able to see in the dicot. When we will talk about the stem part, where we can able to see the vascular bundle which is present, but in dicot mostly these plants are very big and woody plant also we can able to see that. In this plant we can able to see the secondary growth and also the cambium tissue which is present, and the vascular bundles are also very regularly arranged in a circle. That is how a dicot plant will have the vessels, the vascular bundles which is present. When we will talk about the leaf, we can able to see the major difference between a monocot and dicot in its venation. In the monocot, mostly the leaves are known as blades, and we can able to see the parallel venation, as we can see in the grass and all. We can see that it is having the parallel venation which is going in banana. We can able to see that, right? Easily we can tear it into small thread like structures. But in case of the dicot, we can see a reticulate venation as in the pupil tree, where the venation is highly complex, and then it will have so many branches which is present in the leaf tissue. Finally, when you will consider the flowers of the monocot, mostly it is colorless, and sometimes we cannot even able to see that it is a flower, because the flower, when we will consider, it will be colorful, fragrance, and also it will have a nectar, all those things we will consider, right, very bright and beautiful. But in monocot, mostly the flowers are not very colorful mostly, okay, and they are known as trimerous kind of arrangement in it. But in case of dicot plant, we can able to see the pentamerous arrangement, where we can able to sepal, petal, the anther present in the stamen, and then we can able to see the stigma, everything very properly it is present. So hence all the 5 different parts of the flowers are very prominent in case of the dicot plant, but in monocot plant mostly they are colorless. Then what are all the different families of the angiosperm? Angiosperm has so many wide variety of plants which is present, and all these plants, when we were considering, these are having some confusion when we wanted to study more. So further they are divided into families, and here the flowers are the very large member, and based on that characteristic feature, the entire group of plants are divided into families, and in each family some kind of similarity we can able to see in the various parts of the flowers what they are possessing. And the families which we are going to see in the next class, 2 dicot and 2 monocot families we are going to study. In the monocot family, we are going to study about Liliaceae and Poaceae, the lily family and a grass family. In dicot, we are going to see Fabaceae and Malvaceae. In Fabaceae, we can able to see the peace plant which is coming in that category, and in Malvaceae, we can see that China rose or the hibiscus plant, you may be knowing, right? The lady's finger, all those things are belonging to that category, that is coming in Malvaceae family. So these are the 4 families in detail we are going to see in the next presentation. So now we are coming to the end. We will see the home assignment question asked. Draw and label the parts of the angiosperm. So you have to draw the underground part and also the above ground part where the photosynthesis is taking place, the leaves, flowers, buds, apart from that the flowers, and then the fruits, everything we have to mention, and the growing bud on the top also we have to mention. And neatly label means you have to mention all the different kind of parts which is present in the plant, and differentiate between angiosperm and gymnosperm. This is a very vast question, very wide, you can able to answer, but in the examination whatever parts they are asking, based on that also you can classify, based on the leaves, based on the cones and the reproductive structure, or based on the external morphology, whatever they are asking, based on that particular part you have to answer, and it is generally asked the differentiate question. So you can mention any of the things, and based on the marks allotted also you can write for this kind of questions. Hope you understand the video properly. We are coming to the end of the session. All the videos you can watch, and then if you have any queries you can ask us to clarify. We are very happy to tell you. Thank you so much for watching. Om Sri Sai Ram.